Every season in football, fans may witness dramatic games that decide which club stays up and which goes down. For many clubs, relegation would bring both economical and sporting problems. What's more, in some cases, it could result in disappearing from the football picture for several years. Unfortunately, some teams have learned this the hard way. So, let's talk about a team that luckily managed to avoid such a fate, largely in part with thanks to a police dog, as we discuss the dog that saved a club from relegation. So, enjoy the video. To explain this story, we need to go back to 1987. At the time, Torquay United were a League Two team, whose main goal was to stay up, with relegation meaning saying goodbye to the English Professional Football League, seeing them drop down into the semi-professional leagues of the football pyramid. What's more interesting is that before the season started, the league chairman had to vote to decide the fate of all four of the bottom placing teams, deciding whether the team stays in the league or if they would be replaced by an amateur team. At the time, this season became the first with the new rules, with direct relegation being introduced. This gave Torquay United an uphill battle as they set their sights on avoiding relegation. And struggle they did, with the fight for survival going down to the very last day of the season, with Torquay needing to beat Crewe to keep their dream alive. However, the victory alone wasn't enough, as they had to count on Burnley and Lincoln City dropping points to stay up. Finding themselves 2 goals down at half-time, it didn't seem like a lucky day for the club. In addition, the news from other stadiums also left them feeling less than optimistic. Due to a tense atmosphere in the stands, the police, together with trained dogs, had already showed up. Following a series of events, the German Shepherd managed to escape and somehow bit one of the opposition players in the leg. After the game, the victim admitted that from that moment, he was completely useless on the field, as he said this: "We'd already used one of our substitutes, so I wasn't going to go off, but I wasn't much use by that stage either. To be honest, I think I may not have even touched the ball after that bite." Naturally, the fans were furious. How could a dog bite a footballer? Due to the incident, the referee stopped the game for quite a while. In turn, this allowed Torquay to find out the results from elsewhere. So, when the game restarted, they were aware that Burnley had secured all 3 points, while their other rival in Lincoln City were trailing to Swansea. This meant that a draw would be enough to stay up. With this knowledge in mind, Torquay started their pursuit of a goal. Eventually, Paul Dobson managed to score an equaliser, making the stands explode with joy. Meanwhile, the injured footballer was immediately taken to a doctor, and as it turned out, the gash required 17 stitches. So, looking back, if it hadn't been for the dog, who knows what Torquay United's fate may have looked like. And that concludes today's video. Remember, we're inviting all football fans to join the free browser game FootballTeamGame.com. Simply follow the link in the description. Apart from that, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.